Shalom. I'd like to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory that is due unto you, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kwadash. I would also like to give double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for passing down this truth. And I would also like to send a sincere salutation out there to the hopeful elect. Now, the inspiration for today's lesson, I was just meditating. And it's like, we're not trying to plant roots here in Babylon, especially now at the times we're entering into, we almost out of here. It's really looking like the fourth quarter, so to speak. Like, you got prophecies kicking off every day. You got signs coming through every day, like the solar eclipse. It's like, because I was meditating and it popped in my mind, like there's a saying, in order to get to where you're going, you got to know where you at. And you got to understand in the truth that we weren't meant to plant roots here in Babylon and try and make something of ourselves. The whole point of Babylon, the Great America, was to punish us. Us being, the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, That was the purpose of Babylon the Great. The whole establishment of it was to punish the Israelites. So when you know that, it's like, because we're pilgrims in this place, we just passing through. We're not really meant to, try and establish ourselves here. So I'm going to go into some scriptures and, further make my point, illustrate my point. But first, let's look up the definition of pilgrims. Go straight to the Webster. Pilgrim, one who journeys in foreign lands, way far, one who travels to a shrine or a holy place as a devote, capitalize, one of the English colonists settled at Plymouth. So yeah, that's the point right there. One who journeys in a foreign land, and America is a foreign land. To us, the Israelites, our fatherland, our true resting place is going to be in the Holy Land, Israel. Let's go to Jeremiah 16 and about the 10th verse. The point to the 13th verse, but I'll start at the 10th verse. This is Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 10. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt shew this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, wherefore hath the Lord Yahweh pronounced all this great evil against us? Or was it our iniquity? Or what is our sin that we have committed against the Lord Yahweh our power? You see that they're wondering, like, they questioning, like, why is all this hell coming upon us? Like, for what? Is it the Lord that's doing this to us? Is it our sin? Is that why he's doing it to us? They're questioning it. It says, then shalt thou, they question, like, what did we do? It says, then shalt thou say unto them, because your fathers have forsaken me, saith the Lord Yahweh, and have walked after other gods, and have served them, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me, and have not kept my law, and ye have done worse than your fathers. For behold, ye walk every one after the imagination of his evil heart. Yeah, you see, you're not walking in the law at all. You're not walking in the spirit. Anything that pops into your mind, you trying to fulfill the lust of your heart, It says that they may not hearken unto me. Therefore will I cast you out of this land into a land that ye know not, neither ye nor your fathers, and there shall ye serve other gods day and night, where I will not show you favor. It says, therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth that broughteth up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them. And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. And that land of the north is America, Babylon the Great. It says that I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. And after the destruction, and the Lord comes and gathers his elect from all across the world with the chariots, we're going to be placed back into our holy land, Israel, that was given to our fathers. And you understand reincarnation and regeneration, we are our fathers. It says, behold, I'll read this last verse. It says, behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord Yahweh, and they shall fish them. And the fishers being the prophets, the men out there on the highways and byways, and, sending up epistles on the YouTube. It says, and they shall fish them. And that them is the hopeful elect out there, the elect that'll stop and really listen to this word and digest it and really, believe it. It says, and after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. For mine eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from mine eyes. Yeah, and that's talking about, getting these heathens, the top wicked elite out of them, their secret bunkers and all that. We're going to be hunters as well. Now, let's go to 1 Peter chapter 2. Yeah, 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 7. It says, unto you therefore which believe he is precious, but unto them which be disobedient, the stone which the builders disallowed, the same is made the head of the corner, and a stone of stumbling, and a rock of offense. Even to them which stumble at the word, being disobedient, whereunto also they were appointed. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who hath called you out of the darkness into the marvelous light. The point's the 11th verse. It says, which in time past were not a people, but are now the people of the Most High, which had not obtained mercy, but now have obtained mercy. Dearly beloved, I beseech you as strangers and pilgrims, abstain from fleshly lusts which war against the soul, having your conversation honest among the Gentiles, that whereas they speak against you as evildoers, they may be your good works, which they shall behold, glorify God, glorify the Most High in the day of visitation. You see? Which I beseech you as strangers and pilgrims. So, when you carry that mindset here in Babylon the Great, it's better off. You're better off with that mindset than trying to build yourself up here. Like you'll drive yourself crazy, trying to enter into the rat race. Now let's go to the Apocrypha, 2nd Esdras 16, start at the 35th verse. Says, this is 2nd Esdras chapter 16, verse 35. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Behold, the word of the Lord receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. The false gods, the Jesus, Allah, Buddha, whatever, what have you. It says, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. And when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. So yeah, just as surely as a woman, when she's giving birth, is gonna have pain, the curses is surely gonna come as well. It's a definite thing. It says, "O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise, as he that hath no profit by it, and he that buildeth, as he that shall not dwell therein. He that soweth, as if he should not reap. So also he that planteth the vineyard, is he that shall not gather the grapes. They that marry, as they that shall get no children, and they that marry not, as the widowers. And therefore they that labor in vain. So it's explaining like you're not even gonna be here to, reap the benefits. You're not even going to get to enjoy the fruits of your labor, because you spending all this time building up just for the Lord to come with his missiles and destroy this place. You're not even going to get to enjoy, the things that you acquired here on this land, because it's all going to become the nut. The Lord's coming with the missiles and the fire from his chariots to come wipe this place out. So it all would have been for nothing. Says, for strangers shall reap their fruits and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses and take their children captives. For in captivity and famine shall they get children, and they that occupy their merchandise with robbery, the more they deck their cities. That's the point. I actually want to get that in the Good News translation real quick. See how that reads. This is 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 35 in the Good News translation. It says, Now listen to my message, you people who serve the Lord. It is the Lord's message, so receive it and believe what he says. The disasters are approaching rapidly, and they will not be delayed. A woman in the 9th month of pregnancy may suffer labor pains for several hours, but when the time comes for the baby to be born, there is no longer any delay. In the same way, the disasters that are coming on the earth will not be delayed, and the world will groan when it is caught in its labor pains. Ooh, that's fire. Listen to my message, my people, and get ready for the battle. When the disasters come, you must live as people whose home is not in this world. Ooh, that's fire. Merchants must not expect to make a profit from what they sell. They must be ready to run for their lives. Their customers must expect to lose whatever they buy. Whoever builds a house should not plan to live in it. Farmers should not expect to harvest their crops or pick their grapes. Those who marry must not expect to have children, and those who don't marry must live as if they had been widowed. Anything that is done will be useless. Fire. That's perfect. Foreigners will harvest the crops, seize the wealth, tear down the house, and carry off the children as slaves. Anyone who has children will be bringing them up to be slaves or to die of starvation. Anyone who makes money will do so only to see it violently taken away. The more possessions people gather, the more they spend on their cities and houses, the more attention they give to their personal appearance. Yeah, that was perfect. The GNT be getting down sometime. Now, let's go back to the Bible. Well, technically it is the Bible still. But let's go to Hebrews 11 and 12. This is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 12. Therefore sprang there even one. Wait, so let me read it again. It says, therefore sprang there even of one, and him as good as dead, so many as the stars of the sky in multitude, and as the sand which is by the seashore innumerable. These all died in faith, not having received the promise, but having seen them afar off, and were persuaded of them, and embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth. For they that say such things declare plainly that they seek a country. And truly, if they had been mindful of that country from whence they came out, they might have had opportunity to have returned. But now they desire a better country, that is in heavenly, wherefore the Most High is not ashamed to be called their power, for he hath prepared for them a city. See, that country and that city that's talking about is Israel. You know, us out down here, you know, when I say us, the hopefully elect, you know, we're sick of this place. We want to go back home. You know, we want to go back to the land, you know, without the rats, you know, being there that's inhibiting it now. You know, we want the Lord to destroy America, destroy Israel, rebuild Israel back up for us to go there and dwell there. You know, because this place is just wicked. And you honestly, you just get tired of looking at it. You know, you get tired of the people here, the things you got to go through. I'm ready, like, I'll give it, like, just waking up and just go to work. Just having you ready to just see the kingdom. You just be so through with this place. Just that in of itself. Yeah, that's the point. Let's go to 2 Peter's. Yeah, 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. Yeah, 2 Peter 3 and 10. But the day of look at the header, then a new heaven and a new earth. And the new heaven is gonna be dwelling here on the earth. The 2 Peter 3 and 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. It says, nevertheless, we according to his promise look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent, that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless. And account that the long suffering of our Lord is salvation, even as our beloved brother Paul also according to the wisdom given unto him hath written unto you. See? So yeah, this suffering, you know, we just gotta deal with it. You know, so Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai delivers us. You know, that's the long suffering. But at the end of the day, our Lord is gonna be our salvation. And, you know, we truly believe that. You know, the people of the world, they don't believe that. So ultimately, they just hopeless. They just walking up and down the block playing until Yahweh Shai comes back and just nukes this place. Now let's go to Revelation chapter 21. It will start at the top. Again, the new heaven and the new earth. It says, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the city new, and the first heaven and that's passed away is talking about, America. It says, and I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband, and us being the brides, the elect. It says, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. And the Most High himself shall be with them and be their God. And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. And he that sat upon the throne said, behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, write, for these words are true and faithful. Yeah, and he's telling the Apostle John, write what it is I'm telling you. Because this is what the elect on this side is hoping for. Because even like the people, these Babylonians, the people that's not in the faith, they don't even know that this is the best thing for them. So even when they die on this side, in the kingdom of heaven, when they come back, they're going to be in a better situation. Even though just the planet of itself, the heathen nations, they don't even know that the Israelites coming into power is going to be the best thing for them. But they'll know when that time comes. Now let's go to Micah chapter 2 and verse 10. Yeah, Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction. If a man walking in the spirit and falsehood do lie, saying, I will prophesy unto thee of wine and of strong drink, he shall even be a prophet. He shall even be the prophet of this people. You see? Because this place it's gonna destroy you if you don't get this truth. Because the way we was going before we got in this truth, we ain't know nothing. When you think you know something before you came to this truth, once you got this truth and you fully understand what it's all about, you come to the realization like, damn, I ain't know nothing. And that's what happens here in America. Because as soon as you're born, you're born in these hospitals. Then you around like 5-6 years old, you in the school system all the way until you're about 17 years old. And then you feel like you got to go to college. It's just indoctrination all around. But as soon as you could comprehend, it's just being indoctrinated with just nonsense. The wisdom of this world is foolish to the Most High. You see, so getting this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding coming out of the scriptures, it's really the best thing you could ask for. So again, like this world here, we just passing through, man. We not trying to set up ourselves here. We ain't trying to plant no roots. We just take it a day by day. Again, we pilgrims. We just passing through. Now, I'll end it here. Let's go to Isaiah 32 and 18. Isaiah 32 and 18. And my people shall dwell in a peaceable habitation, and in sure dwellings, and in quiet resting places. You see? And not everybody can say that. In Israel, like Israelites, to have a sure dwelling place. You fucking around, you get hurt on the job or something, you miss work or something, you a paycheck away from being out on the streets. You don't have no sure dwelling places. We can't rest here. We not at peace here. We always on edge. You get a cop pull up behind you. You know you ain't do nothing wrong, but it's something in you. You just get a little nervous. That lets you know, like, this ain't our rest, man. We can't be living like this. Read it again. It says, and my people shall dwell in a peaceable habitation, in sure dwellings, and in quiet resting places. When it shall hail coming down on the forest, and the city shall be low in a low place. Blessed are ye that sow beside all waters, that send forth thither the feet of the ox and the ass. Yeah, so 18th verse was the point. So, Lord's will, I hope that was edifying. You know, it was just a lesson in the spirit. So, till next time, shalom.